All right, YouTube. So later today, today's video release. Obviously, I'm doing this the night before. The brand new domain expansion Gojo, who honestly everybody should be pulling for, is going to be released, and I will do a couple pulls on multiple different accounts. Whatever account I get them on, that's going to be the one I main and just permanently use for global for the time being, right? But we're over here on the JP version with this little rerun event. And this is the team we are going to be using. I'm also going to be using this team for the Sukuna showcase when that eventually comes. But the primary focus is going to be this Gojo, right? So what exactly does Gojo do? Well, I mean, he's an absolute monster. You can see right here by my skill, levels, that the ultimate is really what you want to be using. And unlike most other Gojos, except the yellow Gojo, honestly, he is going to be staying around for quite a bit of time. And, the ultimate is also going to be increasing them, but we'll get into the ultimate when we get there. The primary focus is going to be what exactly his urgent business occurs, right? It's going to be 9 turns, so quite a while, as obviously you can tell. He also has a zone state, as you can see, is whenever he's going to be performing the Black Flash, he's going to increase his own Jujitsu stats by 30% and his critical hit rate by 30%, which is incredible. Obviously, with him being a Gojo, he has the Limitless, so he's not going to be taking damage, which is very, very, very good. The other abilities, honestly, aren't that really noteworthy. I mean, the skill 1, you're going to be doing Jujitsu and Taijutsu damage, or damage to a enemy, while also decreasing the enemy's critical hit resistance, so that's very, very strong. Skill 2 personally is my favorite, that being the Curse Technique Lapse Blue. It's going to be an AoE attacking all enemies and also decreasing their damage dealt, which is really, really good. So very much recommended to level that and the ultimate up, which again we're going to be getting into. Skill 3 is going to be the red. It's going to increase his own Jujitsu stats, which is also somewhat important if your primary focus is going to be the ultimate, right? To get that out as soon and as fast as possible, which is obviously going to be his domain expansion, the Infinite Void. It's going to grant sure hit effect to himself, meaning he's going to be, wanting all the attacks onto him. It's going to stun all the enemies for 2 turns, and it's going to inflict them with the Infinite Void status. It's also going to decrease their ultimate skill count by 1, which is very, very good. You're also going to be preventing all enemies from increasing their ultimate skill count for 4 turns. It's going to increase the damage received by the enemies, which is, again, all very good. And then once that is activated, you're going to activate your skill restriction for 3 turns, meaning you're only going to be able to use your first skill. So all in all, honestly, he's very, very good. So let's go ahead and take him into this event. In this one, the blue element is very effective, but we're not really going to be focused on that. We're going to be focused on Gojo's overall capabilities. And what's also very nice is that killing all the enemies is going to be very lucrative because it's going to be increasing all of our cursed energy, which honestly for Gojo, as you can see, it's not really that big of a deal. But given the fact that, it increases everybody else, so we can increase the overall damage output capabilities of him, is nice. So we are going to be using skill 2 here to reduce the enemy's damage. Obviously, Sukuna is going to be, weakening the enemy as well with bleed, but we're also going to be getting our attack increase. So you can see there, lots of damage overall to everyone. And, obviously, Gojo is immune to everything. He's like, nah, I'm not taking damage. Which is very, very nice. So we have to first kill all the little bugs before we can get the actual bonuses. So boom, they go down, and then as you can see there, our curse energy is going to be skyrocketing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be using skill 3. We're just going to be, again, just bleed whatever, and then we're just going to be increasing our overall damage capabilities. Gojo right here using skill 3,
increasing his own curse energy damage. Very good. So now on to here, we're going to be using it again. Sukuna, again, bleed. It's not really that big of a deal. He's just here just to be cool, because this is another character that all of you global players have to look forward to. We can see there that was a boatload of damage. Now the domain is going up. That's fine. Whatever. You know, we're gonna get hit. It is what it is. So Daga went down. Unfortunate. We're going to probably end up killing. So we'll go ahead and use this first skill. Again, you don't really matter. Yeah. So we're not going to be able to get the ultimate off, because as you can see, he's just going to die. Which, that's fine. Whatever. You can see there that overall, we can see right there, you know, in terms of raw damage, Gojo did 3.5 million damage. It's just kind of ludicrous, honestly. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the very next one to see if we can get the ultimate off.
Alright, so as you can see here, you know, a little bit more of a difficult fight. Whatever, we have people die, it's not that big of a deal. The primary focus here is that we are increasing Gojo's overall damage output capabilities, and we see here that we are definitely going to be getting the ultimate off. So we are going to go ahead and use Sukuna's second ability. Gojo is going to be increasing his own Jujutsu overall damage output again. Boom, 206. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we are going to obviously be launching his ultimate, and then Sukuna is going to be launching skill 3. We're not going to use the ultimate. We're not going to do that. We want to use the recollection bit, because that's going to increase the overall damage that the enemy is going to be taking. So we're going to use skill 3, and we are going to see the absolutely chaotic damage that Sukuna is going to be outputting. So normally skill 3 he outputs 1.2 just by himself, and so we got all those effects. Boom, 1.5 million, which is ridiculous. Also very good. So, like I said, Gojo is very, very strong. He's also very good as a supporter type character. So if you're able to run him as support and as a damage dealer, he's phenomenal. I would honestly put him on par with Sukuna, maybe even a little bit more, just because of his overall capabilities of being an AoE attacker as well.